welcome back to my episode reviews of the original Rescue Bots cartoon. Today, we're taking a look at the Season 2 episode, Sky Forest. In this episode, Frankie's Sky Forest science project wins the Griffin Rock contest. But when the mayor messes with it, things soon grow out of control. We begin this episode with Chief Burns, Chase, and Cody picking apples. Aww, how sweet. Get it? Sweet? Well, I too love apples. Although, I guess that's kind of fitting considering my real-life profession. But this quality father, son, and robot time is soon interrupted by an apple-picking robot, which totally looks like Eva from WALL-E. The bot malfunctions and begins to run amok, going after anything that is red and round. Speaking of which, is that a Canadian flag that Mr. Alper is clinging to? I mean, I can't see the maple leaf, so I'm assuming it's a Canadian flag given the red, white, and red. It could be the flag of Peru. Actually, after frame by framing it, there doesn't seem to be any maple leaf on it or anything. So I guess it would have to be the flag of Peru, right? That's a little disappointing. I was excited there for a second that the Canadian flag showed up in Rescue Bots for some reason. But still, I wonder why they had the flag of Peru being flown outside the Griffin Rock Museum. Maybe they have an exhibit on Peru inside? So they chase after the rogue fruit picker as it tries to pull the handle off this dump truck, emptying its contents onto the road, which turns out to be...
Fertilizer.
No, come on! You had a perfect opportunity to homage Back to the Future again, and you missed it!
Manure! I hate manure!
The team manages to capture the Robo picker, and we soon learn who owns it. Priscilla Pinch.
Hello? My hover picker better not be damaged, or you'll be hearing from my mother's attorney.
Priscilla, this thing is yours?
If you're referring to my soon-to-be award-winning contest entry, yes.
Aww, I hate her already. Back at the firehouse...
You'll never guess what that fertilizer was made of.
Poop boulder. I'm guessing that it was made out of poop. So Cody and Frankie come up with their own ideas for the science contest. Fast forward to the outcome, and Frankie is declared the winner. And everyone assumes that this means that Cody and Frankie are no longer friends?
Francine Green and Cody Burns, from best friends to bitter enemies.
What?
Frankie and Cody are enemies? When did this happen?
If they're enemies, we'll have to choose sides. That's what happens in every buddy movie. I think it's called the Bro Code.
Cody, we stand with you.
Team Cody all the way.
We'll teach her for being smarter than you. What?
Team Cody? Aww, so cute. So they build Frankie's Sky Forest in what seems to be the middle of the park.
Does no one care that this structure clearly violates local height restrictions?
I'd be more concerned that there are no sort of guardrails or anything along the edge to prevent people from falling.
Daddy, with the seeds already planted, how long before we have a rainforest?
Oh, I'd say 10 years or so. 10 years?
10 years? That reminds me, why have I not seen this Sky Forest in Rescue Bots Academy? You'd think that something as tall as this in the middle of town would stick out. So the mayor takes a bunch of barrels of rapid growth formula and uses it on the Sky Forest. Okay, I can see where this is going. So, as anyone may have predicted, the Sky Forest begins attacking people inside it. Which really reminds me of that episode of Rescue Bots Academy, Little Plot of Horrors. The Rescue Bots use their new Power Up and Energize tools to fight off the plants. Which is really weird that they didn't make a bigger deal out of this. I mean, we saw them working on them in the last episode, but we didn't see them finalized and handed out to the Rescue Bots. They just suddenly have them in this episode. So Cody, Frankie, and Danny fight off the plants with salt water as they make their way to the shutoff valve. Cody manages to reach it and turn it off, and the plants recede.
And so Griffin Rock bids adieu to its urban tower of trees. The Sky Forest is being relocated to Wayward Island.
Wayward Island? Isn't that the future Rescue Bots universe version of Dinobot Island? I guess that explains why we never saw the Sky Fortress in Griffin Rock, but why didn't we see it when the recruits visited Wayward Island? Maybe they'll explore that in a future episode. And we end this episode with Frankie having cut her medal in half and giving half to Cody. Aww, how sweet. Well, this was kind of an okay episode of Rescue Bots. A lot of the episode felt very forced and predictable. I'd say that it's probably one you can skip. Although it did have its cute moments, like Charlie, Cody, and Chase picking apples at the beginning. And Boulder referencing Jack and the Beanstalk reminds me of that time in Rescue Bots Academy where the recruits participated in a play of that same story. Well, what about you? What did you think of this episode of the original Rescue Bots series? As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here next week for the next episode of Rescue Bots, one for the ages. So, see you next week for that.